98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And just in case you're just tuning in, we've already discussed all of the trending stories on the front pages of our dailies, and now we're on to Mainland Focus. We pick one or two trending stories, put some spotlight on it, and then open up the phone line for you to be a part of the conversation. My name still remains Mobola. Sandra Fuhad Saheed has joined me now in the studio. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on now. We have two focal points this morning. The first one is as regards the train BRT crash that happened yesterday in the morning, and also as regards postponement of the elections. Those are the hot topics right now, across the space. Yes. So we'll start with INEC now. So apart from reconfiguration of BVAS, do you think that this postponement would also allow INEC to perform better? There's been there was a lot of reactions and misgivings, and international observers, areas to security and security
and then IREV.
Collation of uploading of results, put themselves in order, and then give us something better.
Yes, Sarah, did you see some of the results?
Zero. They won't bother marking it. That's the kind of school I went to. They won't bother. The thing is the fact that political parties,
the cancellations were so much in most of the results.
There is no rates. They used core members too much. The changes was just rough.
Mutilated and
rough shit. I don't know how these people wrote the exams, but that's not the bane of everything. But the point is that a lot of things happened that were not supposed to happen. A lot of unacceptable incidences from the elections, from the conduct of some places that they didn't hold elections at all. There are some places that they postponed their elections. In Edo, I'm not sure if it's Kogi or Edo or Bayelsa now. I think it's Bayelsa. About
INEC should be able to do better. Wi-Fi.
Incredible.
Fair in the minds of people
and free elections. There's a lot of anxiety out there, big disappointment.
We were ready
out there. A lot of people were ready. The media houses were ready. Looking at this now, apart from reconfiguration of BVAS, do you think that this postponement would allow INEC, give them enough time to perform better as it is now? Do you think this is perhaps a rare chance, a privilege for INEC to execute a credible election that will be acceptable to majority of Nigerians and even the international community? Or is it that no matter what INEC does, people will never be satisfied with the process? That's another way to look at it. The truth is INEC, yes, they respected the rights of political parties to go to court, and they waited for the court to give orders, because they could have just gone ahead to reconfigure and move ahead. But they respected they respected the fact that political parties are not satisfied, so they waited until the court said, okay, you can go ahead and reconfigure. But then there was not enough time for them to, and we can't have an election on a working day. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but that's another question in my own head. But then we move. So do you think that this development would give INEC more time to do what they want? Over 176,000 BVAS machines, and even their extras, their backups. Yes. So they need enough time to be able to do that. So what are your thoughts? Do you think this would give give INEC enough time to prepare themselves and to perform better? That's as regards the first focal point. The second one is as regards the train bus crash. How do we ensure safety on our rail crossings? What can the NRC, LASEMA, the Ministry of Transport, all stakeholders in all of this, what can they do better to avoid situations like this?
Barriers.
Last year there was the woman who lost her life, same on the rail track. Very unfortunate, and the situation is that her husband was not even far away from that place, so he saw it happen. He didn't even know it was his wife. So if we can't keep having situations like this. We can't keep having situations like this. So what can the government, what can we do to ensure safety on the rail crossings? What do you think the government can do to address the attitude of public bus drivers? Bamishe's situation, is still there. As regards, the ineptitude of the bus driver in that situation. In this case too, bus driver situation. There was one that happened in Ikorodu some 2 years or so ago. People lost their lives, very unfortunately. Bus driver, and that one was even drunk. All right. So what exactly can they do better? There's the report that Lagos State is working in partnership with some private companies for this BRT. It's not just a government venture,
but this is even a bus for civil servants.
The bus, the maintenance of the bus, the whole administration of the bus, the recruitment of the drivers, all of that. And it's not the government that does that. There's a private company that works in venture with the government. So, but then what can they do to ensure, I don't know, maybe it's from the recruitment. We talked about recruitment.
Recruitment is also important here.
During Bamishe's time.
All this man, no man thing, all these, like
how
I said,
do they recruit them?
I spoke with a number of
they just pick people from?
Honestly, I spoke with a number of civil servants and they complained bitterly about the attitude of these drivers, of these staff buses, because these are BRT buses dedicated to them as staff buses that look, because it's a civil service, a public service thing, they feel that nobody can sack them. That a lot of times they've complained that even to the highest level, when directors are in these buses, they still don't respect any hierarchy. They misbehave, they are long to themselves, and look at what has happened. And even from the report, they were cautioning him. Wait, you didn't listen to them.
You didn't listen to them. Well, it's on. God forgive.
But let's have barriers.
I wanted to say it's unfortunate that he's alive.
Since we can't all monitor the attitude of these drivers and ensure they behave properly, can we have barriers on the rail crossings?
No, but no, I would not accept that.
You don't want barriers?
No. The fact that we can't, address the attitude of the drivers. No, I wouldn't accept that. Fuhad. Okay. There are people that recruit these people. Okay. There are people responsible for the salary payment of these people. So I don't accept the fact that there's nothing. The Commissioner of Transportation, what's the person doing? These are your staff members now. So aside from the civil service,
there are people that, of course,
the public also
to.
There are people that they go to, they
manage them.
They submit the keys to. So what happened with your boss today? What was the report? There are some trucks and trailers of these private, cement companies, private oil companies. They have numbers for reckless driving or whatever. Call this number. Can we have things like that?
We should have things like that.
So you can't tell me that, let's put barriers.
But I want barriers.
And no, of course, barriers are important for, everybody. But as regards, if there are complaints about,
they should be attended to immediately.
Bus drivers, it should also be addressed. Okay, so let's have the conversation. Let's open up the phone line. We have two focal points for this morning. INEC, do you think that the postponement of the governorship elections, do you think it's a chance and a privilege for INEC to execute a credible election, perform better? Do you think it's an opportunity for them to prepare themselves, put themselves in order so there won't be a repeat of the unfortunate incidents that we experienced on February 25? Or is it that no matter what INEC does, people will never be satisfied? That's one. 2, train bus crash. How do we ensure safety on our rail crossings? And what do you think can be done to address the attitude of our public bus drivers? Those are the focal points. Would appreciate it if we can all stay focused. We know that we're all upset about what happened. I almost said something that was not supposed to be said, but then please, let's try to keep it clean. Let's calm down, okay? Please and please. All right. The phone line is open, 0913 6000 410 0913 6000 410. That is for phone calls. For text messages and WhatsApp, 0913 6000 430. That's for text messages and WhatsApp messages, 0913 6000 430. Don't forget that we're also live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can also drop your comments there at Mainland 98.3 FM. You can watch the program live and also drop your comments in the comment section. All right, so let's get to it. You have just 2 minutes, straight to the point, and keep it clean. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Kangulina.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Let me tell you, these mutilations we are talking about, these mutilations, a lot of them didn't happen at the polling. It is when these agents have signed and they have left, they are starting to removing away from here and adding zero in another place. That's what happened.
All right.
It was not at the polling unit directly.
You have already addressed that. Now, the focus for this morning.
Okay, let's go to the focus. Well, Mr. Fuhad.
Yes, sir.
I was asking the question yesterday that you were not in the studio. Was the issue of reconfiguration of this, was it in their timetable?
Yeah,
the Labour Party and PDP took INEC to court that they need to check what was on BVAS. So because they had to do that, INEC did not have the time to reconfigure BVAS for the election on Saturday. So when the court gave the order that I'm getting you.
Asking if it's part of the timetable reform.
It's not part of the timetable. So this is the reason.
Or it just came up now that because they did this election that people are
no. Mr. Kangolina, they need to reconfigure these machines for another election. That's the way it's done. Reconfiguration measure means just resetting it to capture data from
in America. Was it done like that?
Well, I don't know. I'm not in America.
They
need to reconfigure it.
I have a laptop. It doesn't work like that.
This is a very simple procedural thing. It's a very simple thing. Don't let us scandalize it.
Okay, let me go to the next thing. On the bus accident.
Yes.
I think I will suggest to the state government they should do what they call drug test on all of them, on all these drivers. Because a lot of them are high most times when they are driving this. I'm talking about the BRT drivers particularly. If you see the kind of speed they run around that, if you venture and go there by mistake, they will clear it out. And they have been having such accidents like that. So I think they should conduct drug tests on all of them. Periodically. So that we know what is really happening. A lot of them are high. They will take all this thing that comes in a small sachet early in the morning before they go to work. So that's my take. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Kambalina. It's okay. Bye-bye. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ifeanyi from Ajibola.
All right.
Is it an INEC issue? INEC make extra plan based on believing that maybe this election might go wrong, and they make provision for it. INEC knew that after the election, some people might not be happy. They say they will go to court. Why can't they make another provision? Because if that differs, they will expect it. And they forget about that. Now they're telling us that it is because of the need to configure before they will be able to do the second election, this governorship election. INEC have disappointed the House. They knew all those things. If they are not come and begin to give, there's no excuse they will give that will stand, because they knew they plan make provision for extra ballot paper for the own election, and they refuse to make another plan because of this very new freeway that people will go for this thing. And if God has given them the order to allow other parties to say that they have not been able to allow them to see all those things, telling that there's something about it. But that's by the way, if anything they want to do, will survive in this very nation. Secondly, the other is about the accident. That very PWD, I've been passing there often and on. The government refused to do what they're supposed to do. I remember in those days, if you want to cross that very place, don't race. You see something barrier that as soon as train is coming, those things that will fall and cause that very thing. We feel that some of us are very, very stubborn. Even if they see train, they want to beat it because they are watching movie in the TV. They want to maneuver those people, maneuver in the movie. But had it been that very cross that barrier, as soon as train is going to cross, if that very person happens to hit that barrier and enter, we know that person is mad. So when we should blame the drivers, we also blame the government to do, not at the end of the day we begin to sympathize and go and pay condolences. It's not fair. Let us do what we're supposed to do. Let people do what they're supposed to do, and things will move well. God bless you.
I hear too.
Bless you.
Amen. Thank you very much. I agree. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Thank God it's Friday. Oga Fuhad.
Morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I remember some time ago when I was living in Abeokuta. I lived at the Bantogo area, and I usually drive from Abeokuta to Ibadan. If you know that road, there's a particular point that we have a train crossing before we get to the Akpata Old. That road is an interstate road, a major road, so to call, that trailers are passing. Then we were having this barrier. In fact, they put 2 pillars by the side and they cross it. Once a train is coming, they will block it. Even the trailer, even if you are a drunk driver, even if you are a mad driver, that barrier must stop you and you must stop. Why are we not having such again in rail crossings? So I'm trying to portray the point that yes, we are building rail crossings and this, why are we not doing the right thing? Why is it that most of the things that worked in those days are no longer working? Why is it that what we did to preserve life in those days, we are no longer doing it? Honestly speaking. On the INEC, let me say, Sandra, in your question, there were some bullet points. And one of those bullet points in the question you asked is, you said that there are people, or you said that there are people that no matter what INEC does, they will not still accept it. And I also rephrase it and put it in the other way. There are people that even if the INEC does the wrong thing that the whole world condemns, they will still approve INEC, they will still accept it. You see, in this life, we have the minuses and the pluses. We have naked and positive. We have the truth and the lie. And we have evil and the good. So when it favors the evil will rejoice. And when it favors the good will rejoice.
Okay.
INEC has messed up. They cannot prepare in 4 years. They now want to prepare in 1 week. Very unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. I'm from the conversation so far, Fuhad, I think I'm going to go with the fact that, there are supposed to be contingency plans for everything and anything. I was of the opinion at first, but I think with conversations that we're having now, that there should have been contingency plans for. They should know that, of course, there will be
parties who want to inspect these things. But again, 176,000 BVAS machines. The contingency plan will be that they have a separate 176,000 BVAS machines again.
Can we just agree that maybe INEC did not plan, the deployment of BVAS? They didn't foresee the deployment of BVAS on a large scale. They worked with it at the states for off-season elections at Anambra and Co.
Ekiti,
but they didn't envisage that the entire country
but
now.
They created the polling units, so they know.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Victor.
Good morning, Victor.
I'm calling from.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ikeja. Yeah. So about the INEC postponement of the election in order to reconfigure, I think I sympathize with INEC because they have already beaten more than they can show. They are already carrying a trust deficit on their neck because a lot of people don't believe them anymore, including me talking. Nigerians don't believe them because of what happened in 25th February election. So they can do all that they want to do, but they don't believe they can deliver. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but you know somebody from what he says. If you say something and you went ahead and do another thing, then you begin, whatever you get as time goes on, you shouldn't blame anybody but blame yourself. So as they stand now, INEC have the time to redeem their image and to save them from all the pieces and corporate materials and the reading of them. But I want to believe that will give them time to do the right thing if they want. So that is what I believe. So let us watch that. I want to advise people to go on and vote on 18. Not minding what happened last time. We should not be discouraged. We should go out and vote. So concerning what happened yesterday, and then about the railway demand, the crash that took place yesterday. So I look at it in 2 ways. When I heard that thing and I saw it on Facebook, the picture, first of all I told myself, this driver must be drunk. Something is completely wrong with the driver, because even if you are blind, you hear the sound of train.
The vibration.
There is no way you can't say you are blind and you can't say you are deaf. Like they say you was using earphone. How? Even if you are using earphone, you are seeing and the vibration all over. Even from far place, you know that something is coming. Even mad people and blind people, everybody, we give away, we move away from the track. We move away from the track. So, and another side of it is the irresponsibility of government. We have a irresponsible government from the highest level and the state level. If you are conversant with Ikeja, you know there's a place called Ikeja Long. There's a place there that even the railway there, the sound, the sound of the ground, everything has been washed out by erosion, and it's only the people just manage to cross there.
Okay,
and
thank you, Mr. Victor.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. It is Sandra.
Good morning, Sadamlola.
Good morning, Mr. Abba. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
On the focus today, I think INEC need to go to prayer mountain for a rebate. Nigeria will not believe anymore. There's nothing. It was very clear. And for the fact that if APC endorsed that move of INEC, it made the whole thing look more suspicious. I think APC should have started of it and let the other party actually react. But the thing is that INEC still have a long way to go. If they want to sustain the trust of Nigerians, they have a long way to go, because this man they are coming up to be appears and evangelists or maybe people of God. Nigeria will not flow with that anymore. They've lost the trust, and it will take time. And they need to actually be very careful, because whatever it is, this gubernatorial election coming, they must not do anything stupid again. Otherwise, it will ruin the entire trust Nigeria actually has in that umpire. And on the issue of accidents, I think that was very right. The thing is that the driver is drunk. These people, whether public or government, many of them are, in fact, they are drug abusers. But alcoholic drinkers, let me put it that way. They will know themselves. But if the aircraft is moving, hovering over their head, they don't mean anything. Honestly, I think government needs to take a step and work towards that department. The thing is just that I will not believe. Our leaders are supposed to actually look into those things, because how can we be having a kind of government, the sectors or department within the government, that will actually be so irresponsible? The thing is that even the people that are able to control these people, what are they doing? Look at the issue of that guy you mentioned the other time, Sandra. They say now, the government of this Lagos does not give us no detail about the episode. What is going on? Are we going to continue on this kind of on this leverage of injustice? I think that they should do something very meaningful and stop wasting the life of the people in Lagos. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sadamlola. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Solomon.
Okay.
I'm calling from Ibafo. Yeah, I want to say something about INEC. This INEC chairman or whatever they call him, Professor Mahmoud. In 2019, I think we don't have a very free and transparent election, because after the election, Atiku went to court. Yeah, we are in 2023 a lot of issues concerning this same man again. The question is, in our electoral law or in our constitution, the INEC chairman and the staff working in INEC, is there any provision of law that punish these people when they manipulate election, or if there is any controversy? Do we have any provision that makes it a punishment on them?
Of course, there are electoral offences, and the sanctions that come with it in the Electoral Act.
Then what is happening? Why haven't people take these people to court? If you look at all our INEC chairman, from Professor Morrissey down to Jega, they all have one thing or the other to Mahmoud. I've not seen any lawyer, any credible Nigeria take these people to court based on this electoral malpractice. Because this is not taking us anywhere, and everybody keep complaining. We are complaining, and these guys will go scot-free. They will bring another person, and they will doctor them on what to do. Because these people are not truly independent. It's like somebody somewhere is remoting them, telling them what to do. I think we should, our lawyers, our senior advocates should be able to take up these people to court, if possible, prosecute them, if possible, jail them so that you will serve as an example to others that are coming to do the same thing again. If you know you cannot handle that thing, once they give you that appointment, decline.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. But then, I mean, there are cases in court and they take INEC to court. INEC as a body, not, the human being that is heading the body. It's usually INEC as the commission that they usually take to court, not, the individual. But I see where you're coming from. Of course, if there are any, situations that requires, the INEC chairman to appear before the court, of course, they have to. They are obligated to. Let's take some messages at this point. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus, and what we did is we picked two trending stories from the trending stories on the papers and open up the phone line for you to be part of the conversation. And the conversation is, we have two focal points. The first one is INEC. So, yes, there's a lot of disappointment, anxiety as regards the postponement of the governorship elections. But do you think it will give INEC enough time to do better, at the governorship polls? Do you think they'll be able to remedy what, happened, what transpired on February 25 at the presidential poll? Also, the train bus crash. What are your thoughts? What do you think can be done as regards the attitude of public bus drivers, and also what are the measures that need to be put in place to avoid reoccurrences of such incidents in the future? Now, we have some messages here. Good morning, my super duo. If you give INEC the next 6 months, they won't come through with the free and fair election due to entanglement with corruption. Secondly, the recklessness of drivers these days is alarming. Smoking, drinking while driving, and not being on stable lane of theirs is really scary at times. Emeka from Bagada sharing that one. I also have here Samson from Yanokwaja. Good morning. A leopard cannot change its spots, can be ascribed to if INEC can redeem their image. Can Fuhad please educate on what INEC wants to reconfigure in the BVAS? Though you have also for the intent of 5 working days when they are supposed to work around the clock if they are sincere. On the accident is part of the rot in the system that produce such drivers. The truth is, employment is done on gratification to party, unqualified, faithful, and touts. Thank you for your own thoughts, Mr. Sampson. All right, we also have Newman O from Alaba International. Good morning, Milan FM. The numerous cancellations that we are seeing on INEC report sheets are not that the writers are illiterate. They are doctoring the reports that we are complaining about. INEC had 4 whole years to prepare for this election, and they failed to deliver and disappointed. Is it now in 1 week extension that they will do the night wonder of the world? God help us in this country. Thank you very much, Mr. Newman. Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle. The train accident is unfortunate. RIP to the deceased, while wishing quick recovery to the injured. However, it is failure of the relevant agencies to do their job. What happens to barriers when train is passing? Remedy is to vote in a good government. The election postponement will inconvenience most people, but one hopes it will enable INEC to prepare better and perform better. It will still give room for perfection of rigging. Again, it has given some politicians, especially those in Lagos, more opportunity to intimate a particular ethnic group to submission. But all should be steadfast to vote to liberate Lagosians from bondage and slavery. Good morning, Sandra. About INEC, we are privy to this information because PDP and Labour Party took them to court. If not, they would have done their work without us knowing. Abiodun from Oshodi. Thank you. Sandra and Fuhad, I greet you creatively. Okay. Mr. Fuhad, I think a lot of people lack information on how things are done and need to be educated. First, INEC does not need to inform us that they want to reconfigure the BVAS, which is normal and part of their job, if not for the court case. Secondly, the BVAS machines are only medium to get information and transport it to their portal. INEC said they've backed it up in their back-end server, and the court has asked INEC to allow the parties to have access to the back-end server. So I don't know why people are acting like, okay. I also blame INEC because they don't know how to manage information. That's only where I blame them. There's nothing wrong with reconfiguring the BVAS, which is just like resetting the machines to suit the next elections. James Ogbonna from Oshodi, thank you very much. All right, let's go back to phone calls. I'll be back to text messages in a bit. Thank you for staying tuned. 0913 6000 410. That's for phone calls. 0913 6000 430. That's for text messages and WhatsApp messages. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Alhaji Super.
Thank you. Good morning, Fawab. All right. First of all, let me talk up the boss.
Okay.
The accident boss. You remember a couple of months ago, the same.
Hello? Hello?
You understand?
I didn't get that. Please come again.
I said, you remember some couple of months ago, you know, the same BRT driver messed up a lady. You know, at the end of the day, the lady died, whether after raping or whatever. The same BRT driver. So, you see, where I'm going with this, there's no proper supervision on the BRT driver. If you see the way they drive on the road, they will tell you they will finish you because they're driving a government vehicle. So, there's supposed to be proper monitoring. If government, you see, government vehicle is supposed to be a role model. You understand? For other vehicles to emulate. You understand? Apart from the lackadaisical attitude, which there's supposed to be a crossbar. Whoever, if the Nigerian Railway Corporation, they are responsible for that. They're supposed to be a bar. Whoever that is coming, that is the way they do all along. They will put it down, and nobody can cross. That is that. And secondly, on the issue of INEC.
Hello? Hello? All right. Maybe you drop your message for the concluding part of your contribution. Thank you very much, Alhaji Subar. Hello, good morning. Okay. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, Sandra, my name is Williams. I'm calling from Sele.
Okay.
Yeah. Unlike the accident that just happened with the bus this thing. So my own suggestion is that I think inside the bus, there should be a kind of a gadget being placed there. As in, the gadget will not be, the driver will not get an access to the gadget that will record all the events that are taking place inside the bus. And
hello.
So at the end of the day, the management could be able to play what's going on, what transpired throughout the day on the bus. That's number one. Number two, on the case of alcohol, they should get a kind of some people that.
Hello. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate Mr. Williams. All right. 0913 6000 410. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Sister Sandra. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Your name?
First of all, okay, my name is Karim. I'm calling from Ajibola.
Okay.
Yeah. My condolences to the family of the deceased. It's a very regrettable occurrence. I can imagine what the family will be going through now. If such never happens once again.
Amen.
So, this Lagos State government, they are really trying. They are working. But there is a major problem, and that is tolerance for indiscipline. So Lagos State government has tolerated indiscipline, and that's their way because of political reasons. They will just close their eyes to some things that people are really complaining about. So, anybody that wants a government that will believe they above the law. That other callers have been saying, those DRT drivers, they believe they are above the law. They behave anyhow on the road. Imagine, I've seen someone driving this towing vehicle on the island. He was smoking, driving towing vehicle and smoking.
Wow.
I feel like, let me just record this one and put him online. The same thing government official will arrest other people for. They will do it and believe, as after all, I'm working for government. So we need to start having consequences for actions. Some people from all should rule. Some people should be held accountable for actions. When people are held accountable, I believe people will see that. If that driver, and is other people that could be involved, maybe supervisor and other people, if they get punished for this event. Also, the NRC, the Railway Corporation, they should be held accountable. There is no proper gap for that railway line. So, people should be held accountable. When people are held accountable, I believe the government will take right. Look at the Lagos State government now running up and down because it's now due to the fear of losing the election. They are working, they will say, I do this, I do that. But that thing that people are complaining about, people get to it. The very minutes is there. People are complaining about all these things. Okay, we can settle this, we do this, we do that. But all these things, because of political reasons, they close their eyes to them. So they need to keep time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Okay, so let's take some more messages. I'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Thank you for staying tuned. Abraham Ayotunde from Ikeja in Lagos says, INEC already lost the trust of Nigerians, and Yakub Mahmood is only acting a script. Whoever wrote the script, well, must be a professional Bollywood scriptwriter. INEC should learn collation and uploading of results from JAM and WAEC. That particular train has taken so many lives in that Ikeja. It should be taken away. Abraham Ayotunde, thank you. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. This is Godwin from Ilasa. This is a long read. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'll be very, very fast. The signings by the party agents were mostly done before the messy cancellations and mutilations. Some were done under duress, just like we had in Kano, where the returning officer said he announced the results under duress. Sandra, if INEC had to be given till infinity, I doubt they can do anything. INEC went to court asking that they would be allowed to configure BVAS to enable them conduct the 11th of March election, and immediately they got the court order in their favor. They postponed the elections. For the train collision with the BRT bus, the nonchalant attitude we are seeing all over is as a result of what our leaders are pretending. A Supreme Court gave judgment, yet the whole country is waiting for the president to give approval to the judgment. Where in the world can you see a public bus driver running into a moving train, if not in a jungle? You see these drivers smoking hemp and high alcoholic drinks in all corners of Lagos. God help us in this country. Fuhad and Sandra, we must banish this decorum of these criminals for us to have our country back. I've seen an Italian journalist walking away from an Italian politician who is also the owner of the TV station because the politician refused to answer her question. Good day, guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate. That is Godwin from Ilasa. Okay, we'll take more messages very soon. We'll take more calls very soon, so please stay with us. All right, we also have here, this is Onas Anthony. Oh, I don't know if I got that correctly. Onas and Anthony. In America and other developed countries, they put barricades on their railway station 5 minutes before the time the barricade closes. Ignorance is eating up us up in Nigeria. I also have David from Ikeja, GRA. Mr. Fuhad, I praise your view on the side of Serap's silence on this cash crisis. Why is it that Serap, which used to file 100 suits in 1 week against the federal government, claiming national interest, became mute despite wide cry out for help? They should not dare that with Tinubu's government. That's David from Ikeja, GRA. All right, so let's take some more phone calls. We'll be back to messages to wrap things up. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't forget that we're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can watch the program live and also drop your comments in the comment section if you're unable to send text messages or you're unable to, put your phone call through. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad.
Good morning, Barrister Peter.
Yes, God bless you. You see, this issue of we are focusing on. If you ask me, both topics are related because we are talking of incompetence, gross incompetence. Yes, both of them, both the bus accident issue and the INEC is gross incompetence. We expect that those issues are issues that deal with the public confidence, but those things are lacking. Not the appointment of the bus drivers and their control and everything. It does not meet the standard. So the Nigerian public.
Hello? Okay, Barstow, maybe you should send a text message for the concluding part of your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Miriam from Agege.
Okay, Miriam.
Yeah, on the issue of the rail line, I think if the government can just do a pilot, because this thing has happened. I went there, and it was very, very horrible. It was very, very horrible. So they need to do something on it. Even here, even in this Agege rail line here, before they even do that road, that's the same thing that used to happen. All these bus drivers, they will wait. They will not wait. They will wait. So I have to blame the bus driver, the BRT driver rather. When you saw the sign, you saw the flag, and you could not wait, and you just waste people's lives like that. Just like that. It's very, very bad. They should just try and do something on it. Not that until something happens, they will start doing something. They should prevent it from happening. They should just do it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Miriam. I understand. Of course, barricades. We can start with that. If we can't have, some other measures being put in place, at least barricades, we can start with barricades, of course. The last call for this morning. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Ajibola. I'm calling from K2.
All right. Please go ahead.
I want to talk about this rail accident.
Yes.
In olden days, every junction there was a barrier which prevents any vehicle to cross the road. And after the train moved on, so they will open the barrier. So for our people, in my K2 area, along the road, there was a zebra crossing there. No vehicle will stop. Even though they see children, they want to cross, they will not stop unless they see somebody who is an elderly man stop the vehicle. Talkless about the train. My own advice is that they should return the barrier to all the crossings, or replace it with traffic lights, which will stop the vehicle from both sides. That is my own suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And that's the last call we can take for this morning. We'll wrap things up with a few text messages that we still have here. Okay, this one just dropped. Okay. Good morning, Mainland FM. Most drivers in system or organizations are not properly regulated, and they drive under the influence. The Lagos State Quality QHC Health, Quality Health Safety Environment units are expected to use breathalyzers on drivers periodically and sanction errant drivers. Most commercial drivers in long and short travels dwell heavily on alcohols, and passengers' lives are at their mercy. Lord have mercy. Engineer Ajishegiri in Oshodi sending this particular message. I also have here, good morning, Mainland FM. INEC is a major problem because I don't trust INEC. They only back up the rigged results. Engineer Bonnie from Alimosho.
The courts will decide that.
Sharing his own. It's all right. A very big good morning to you all. Pastor Sunday from Magboro. On safety of our roads, I suggest 1, there should be war against the use of earpiece by all road users, not only for drivers. There should be proper discipline measures for lawbreakers, most especially those that drive government vehicles. The culture of people being in a hurry should be curtailed by law enforcement agencies. On INEC, I don't see them redeeming their image by this extension. The reason is that INEC has been bought over by some politicians. No. We can't have... I pray to God to undertake for us. Amen. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. Giving INEC 100 years will never make them clean. The postponement is a waste of time and a better opportunity to manipulate as usual. On the accident, I think all these people need to be subjected to rigorous mental test. And Lagos State government needs to monitor and supervise all these BRT drivers very well to avoid further occurrences of this colossal disaster. Olamikwasi from Ilugbo, Elegba. You know, before, someone mentioned earlier that just as they have, body cams, they have live cams in buses abroad, all their commercial buses, their police vehicles, their police, on their body, there are body cams, there are cameras that record everything that is happening inside the bus. Someone suggested something, having something,
Sandra,
like that. Maybe that would have helped in Bamishe's case.
These buses actually came with cameras.
Are they being used?
I think a lot of them are not working again, are not functioning again.
That's very unfortunate. Well, that's all we can take this morning. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Today is Friday, so if you still have a lot of contributions to put in, you can join Okoyemi Akinode by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room. It's open mic, so you can, of course, have conversation as regards any of the trending stories from across the week, from Monday till Friday. Thank you very much, Fuhad, Saheed.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, all right. My name is Mobola Sandra. Also, thank you very much, Sage Babalola. We'll be back again by Monday to discuss trending stories from the papers. This is 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.